Hi, my name is Ivy Starnes, and I'm a gaited horse trainer in Fort Worth, Texas. Today we're talking about the myth that you need contact to get a horse to gait. So in this case, I'm saying that the truth is that you don't need contact on the reins to get a horse to gait. And I'm going to show you a bunch of videos of horses gaiting on loose reins today. And in the future, I want to show you a video of horses not gaiting with contact. Now, early training, and in some of these videos, you'll see where I take up contact and then let it go again. And this is the basis of my training, is that you can get any horse to gait on a loose rein, but if you always hold contact, you're never going to get there. I have a lot of people message me or email me and say that they've been told that you need contact to get a horse to gait, but they don't think this is the case. And then why would people say that? I don't know why people in the past have taught this. And I say past, they teach it today. Basically, almost every gaited horse trainer out there teaches this. Not everyone. There are a couple of exceptions, but many of them teach that you need contact to get to gait, and I don't believe that. And so I am going to show you different footage of horses gaiting. Some from the saddle, where you see that I've got a really loose rein, and some from the ground, where you can see the horses gaiting. We're going to start with this one. This is my horse, was my horse, Buck. I sold him. We're riding on the road. You can hear the sound. He's gaiting with a loose rein. Now, you'll sometimes see me pick up my reins to turn or to slow down or to correct the gait, but overall, you will see a loose rein. Easy. Slow down just a little. There we go, good. Okay, so you can hear the audio. This clip is about a minute long, where he basically is gaiting for a whole minute, and my reins are loose there. I picked him up just a little bit, tiny little correction, and he's still gaiting. He's probably gaiting anywhere 7 miles an hour, something like that there. I asked him to slow down just a little. But it's such a really, really beautiful gait. And you can't expect a gaited horse to do this immediately. You need to work up and build up to this, but it's very possible for any breed. And this doesn't matter whether you have a Tennessee walking horse or a Rocky or Missouri Foxtrotter or a Pasifino or an Icelandic. All of those breeds, Peruvian Passos, McCurdy's, all of those breeds can learn to gait on a loose rein. That horse, by the way, was a Kentucky Mountain Saddle horse. Let's take a look at this mare. It's a little short clip. She's a Missouri Foxtrotter, and this is at a clinic. So this is day 3 of the clinic. And she's even being ridden bitless.
Oh, okay. Oh, good nags.
So that was day 3 of the clinic. So I've only worked with her for 3 sessions. Another reason I want to show this is a couple of the horses I'm going to show are at clinics, sometimes they went from not gaiting to gaiting by the end of the clinic, and gaiting on a loose rein, which is so fun, especially when the rider can do it, which let me show you that. This is a horse. She sadly has been, she had to be put down, but this was an amazing horse, and in this clip, the owner's riding her at the end of a 3-day clinic. This one doesn't have audio with it, but this is real time, and in just a sec, we're going to see it in slow motion. This is the saddle rack. So for anybody wondering, the gaits that I'm going to be showing all of you are either going to be the saddle rack or maybe a tiny bit of a foxtrot like the previous horse. But this is basically a saddle rack. And you can see those reins are completely loose. The horse is maintaining speed, maintaining the gait. This is what we are expecting to see. And there it is in real time. So again, there was a horse at a clinic with the owner riding and getting gait. This is another horse at a clinic. This is Willow. I'm riding, of course, but this was after 3 days, getting gait on a completely loose rein. Now, when I drop the reins like this, it's very dramatic and it looks really good, but it also shows you that the reins don't have anything to do with the gait. And this horse is maintaining speed, she's staying on the road. All of those things, of course, have to work. But look at that, just beautiful gait. And again, that's at the end of a 3-day clinic, and this mare is, just gaiting along. And I just love that clip. That horse was amazing. This is another horse that came for training. She was very, very pacey. She's a Tennessee walking horse. And in this clip, this was riding on the road. So from the saddle, you're going to see her gaiting for about 30 seconds. Again, sometimes I'll pick the reins up to correct, keep the horse on the road, going straight. I really wanted to make sure that everybody could see that I wasn't using my hands. And again, this is a saddle rack. Loose rein. So again, the reason I teach the saddle rack is because it's a gait that all the different breeds can do, where some breeds, like the Tennessee walking horse, was bred to do the flat walk and the running walk, but very few of the ones that I work with have a natural ability to flat walk or running walk, and so it's much easier to teach the saddle rack. Okay, and we have the same problem. Oh, I can't read the comments. Okay, hang on. Slight delay. Let me show you the rest of the clips, then I'll go through the comments. Okay, so this is another horse. This is at a clinic. Now this horse, to be fair, was gaiting when it came, and we were working on building speed. So you're going to see me actually using my reins a little more because I was keeping the horse from going too fast. So this horse came really, really well gaited, but we were refining the gait at speed. Easy. Good. Slow down. There you go. You'll see me put a little contact on to ask for the head to stay down or the horse to stay slower. But we're pushing for speed. Now we're just going a little bit fast. There we go. Nice. Nice. That was perfect. So that was really good there. And you can see a little more in slow motion. You can see my hands a little bit more when I take up contact to ask him to keep his head a little bit lower. But you'll see, like, I have contact, but you're going to watch here in just a minute. I'm going to give him that loose rein once he slows down a little and puts his head down. So it's not that you throw the reins away and you get gait, but so there my reins went loose. Look, no contact except for the turning. See, the outside rein is loose. There I picked it up because his head was coming up, but then I'll give him another loose rein. Contact, asking him to soften. And this is normal. This is part of the training because in this case, he is in training. So I'm showing you there. Then the reins went completely slack. See that? The reins are loose. Now you can pick them up to slow down, to turn, to correct, but you don't need to hold the horse in gait. So there he got a little bit pacey. And so you can see my reins, now they went loose again, and then his head went up. So I'll probably take up a little bit of contact and then give it loose again. There we go. And then a little bit loose, a little bit of contact to stay slow, but a beautiful, beautiful gait right there. So again, there's an example of like an actual training example where it's not as perfect, and then later on you get to, it looks like the other horses when they're gaiting. So this is a little horse, again, at a clinic. He was very, very trotty. I don't remember what breed he was. He might not have been any particular breed. And he started gaiting really well. So this first clip is of him in the arena on day 1, and then the next clip is, I believe, day 2. A little bit trotty, so this is the training, and then here, so nice. He is actually gaiting down the road. Look at that. And you can see I'm slowing him down there, which is why I picked up the reins. But if you go back to when he starts gaiting, the reins are completely loose, and he's hitting that fast gait, getting a little cannery, and so I slow him down with my reins just a tiny bit. That horse was so fun to ride. That was just really fun. Let's see. Colby says Shiloh will gait with no hands. That's awesome. So I need to look at my phone because it's not working on my thing. Chrissy says it took a while for Callie to go loose. Yes, Callie can totally do it now, but it did take a while. Susan says harder to tell what his headset is, but his head seems up. Again, if you are commenting about a specific horse, you will have to describe it in the comments, since the comments don't come through in real time. So it's likely I'll have moved on to a different horse. Again, some of these are early training, and the head will be higher because it's beginning training. But like the finished horses, when I showed Buck, when I showed Luna, the Tennessee walking horse, their heads are down and low because they're more finished. At clinics, they're often in the middle of training. Chrissy says, I still don't drop my reins with her, though, because she's spooky. Well, that's true. And you definitely have to know your horse. But you definitely don't. Like, Chrissy rides her and doesn't have to have contact, but she doesn't drop the reins. Chrissy says, FYI, Ivy, when you switch back to live, there's an audible echo. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Hopefully that is better. That hasn't happened before. Okay. Sorry about the audio issues there. Hopefully we can get those fixed. Maybe not. Okay, so I've got another horse to show you. Let's see. This is at Georgia Clinic. Now this horse came and was basically gaiting when it came. So I can't take credit for getting the horse to gait because this is a more finished horse. So this horse is a beautiful loose rein and is much more finished, which is why the head is lower. Again, the horse came already gaiting. This is a Rocky Mountain gelding. The horse already came gaiting to the clinic, so I can't take credit for the gaiting, but I wanted to show this horse on that really beautiful, beautiful loose rein. Let's see here. I think that's all. I want to go back. I wanted to go back to this horse here. I forgot to say, this is a Tennessee walking horse. So I have some Foxtrotters, Rocky Mountain, I think Kentucky Mountain, Tennessee walking horse. And I have other examples of like Pasafinos, but they're not as good examples because most of the time there's not as many of them and there's not as many at clinics. So I've definitely used videos of those, but I don't have as good. But this is, I wanted to say that she was a Tennessee walking horse. Okay, hopefully we got the audio fixed there. Let's see if there's any more comments. It's annoying when the software here doesn't work for me to show me the comments. This was, Facebook did an update recently and it was supposed to fix, make all these things better, right? Right. Better comments. Okay. All right. So I see the comments now. Marty says loose rein encourages self-carriage. Correct. Yes, if you correct them when they get out of balance. So let's say if you always, let's say you just get on a horse, assume they don't buck. If you always rode them in a loose rein, they probably would never learn self-carriage. What I'm asking is for the horse to get in balance, and then I release the reins, and I let him stay at a loose rein until the horse loses that, and then I ask him to gather back up. So this does, yes, teach self-carriage and for them to lift up, but if you just ride on a loose rein, they won't learn anything. Susan says audio is good. Okay, well, that fixed it. I'm sorry about the echo. That's new. The software I was using automatically updated, so now the rest of the videos probably won't have that problem. Kobe says my goal, and she a little heart symbol. Well, thank you. So I just love showing these videos because, and I wanted to address this specifically because I get a lot of emails and people are like, but I was told they have to have contact. I don't want to have contact all the time. What do I do? And I'm like, no, you don't have to have contact all the time, even though, right, that's what they teach. And I mean, just look at this, just look at the loose reins on some of these horses. So many of them leave the clinic and they're doing these really nice little gaits. just really beautiful. And that is the goal. But what I do to get that, that's the trick, right, is when they gait, I give them a loose rein. And then I pick up my reins if I need to change something, correct them, slow them down, help them put their head back down, things like that. And that's when you'll see me actually take up the contact. And Lindsay says, my Tennessee walking horse will do a nice flat walk for a few steps, but then speeds up into the pace. I feel like it's a balance issue. What can I do to help her? That is a great question, Lindsay, and so many people struggle with that. Like, that is one of the top questions I get asked. It's so many of the walking horses that have been bred pacey, you're having to start from square one. So what I would say, Lindsay, is if you can send me a video of you asking for gait, I can give you more feedback. But the answer is teach softness, teach head down. And actually, the other thing, I'm teaching two other things along with this that I'm interested to see if it helps people. Some gaited horses are lazy and very quiet, and that's not going to apply to them. But a lot of them are very forward. So when you ask them to go from a walk into a gait, they go and they don't want to slow down. So here's two exercises you can do other than head down. And head down is kind of the first thing you need to teach. And I will, share the links in the description. So first thing you want to teach is head down. Once you've got that, you can ask the horse to speed up into gait, but then immediately go back to a walk. Okay, so you ask for like 2 steps of the gait, and even if it's the pace, that's fine, and then go back to a walk. Speed him up into a gait, and then go back to a walk. Now what we're doing with that is helping the horse understand that just because you speed up doesn't mean you need to race forward. All right, that's step 1. Now if you have a really lazy horse, this may not be a problem for you. So no big deal. If you have a fast horse or even a horse that's just not slow, this is really important. The second thing you're going to do is scattered throughout your training session, you're going to teach the horse, after you've taught head down, you're going to teach the horse to lean back with a few ounces of pressure on the reins. And I'm working on getting videos and more information on this, but it's the next thing that I'm going to be having people do. And for those that are coming to clinics, I'm going to be having them do this before the clinic so their horses know this already. And I have 2 pacey horses now, one that's more pacey than the others for training. And I'm working on these things with her to see if I can get her to change without using things like ground poles, if helping the horse get more balanced helps. Because like you said, Lindsay, you feel like it's a balance issue. And a lot of times it comes from their whole body, whether it's bracy or they're not using their body correctly, they just aren't gaiting. And I'm trying to learn more about body work and how their muscles work so that we can try to fix that. Colby says he's basically disagreeing with the big bit, contact, lean back, heavy shoes. He says nope. Yeah, he knows. He bought a horse that was gaiting in a video, that the sale video, the horse was gaiting, and they had a giant bit. And then when they took that giant bit away, the horse was amazing. But when they took that bit away, the horse stopped gaiting really well because he needed that huge amount of pain in his mouth for him to gait. And Colby was just like, nope, not going to do it. But that horse is amazing. That horse carried my husband when we were in Montana, and it was amazing. So, just again, I'm going to show some of these horses gaiting because it's really fun. This again is Willow. She is, I believe, Missouri Foxtrotter, but I could be wrong on that. She might be a Kentucky Mountain. She came to a clinic and she was more pacey at the beginning, and then she gaited really well. And again, you can see that her head is low, so I don't think she had a problem with a high head. And let's see here. And then I love showing this horse here is another Rocky Mountain gelding. He's just gaiting beautifully on that loose rein. You don't need the rein contact to get him to gait. He's even doing it in an arena, on a circle. I mean, like, what more could you ask? And you can see me picking up my reins to slow him down. I mean, the horse just had just beautiful training. Beautiful training. Sophie says, flash nose head down, but his head pops up as soon as I release contact. I feel like I can't give him a proper release because he naturally wants to keep his head up. Can I still get gait without a constantly low head? Well, if he's popping his head up, if he's pacey, he's not going to be able to gait, much less gait on a loose rein. So Sophie, feel free to send me a video of him doing this. It may be that you need to do a little more groundwork, or you may need to slow him down because it sounds like he is out of balance. Most of the time, the horses pop their head up like that is because they don't feel like they can carry themselves with their chest and their thoracic sling. They're trying to carry themselves with that big brachiocephalic muscle alongside their neck, and that's not a correct way for them to move, and that's what gets so pacey and out of balance. So feel free, Sophie, to send me a video of him doing that, and I'll see if I can give you some good feedback. Okay, if there's not another comment that comes through, that's totally fine. I'm going to show another video. I just like showing the videos of the horses gaiting because I want people to see good stuff. There is so many people out there that create videos for TikTok, for Reels, and they get a lot of views by posting, bad stuff or things we disagree with. And while those get so many views, and part of me really, really, really wants to dissect when people say this horse is gaiting, or, kind of really critique some of the gaited horse things that are out there, I'm really trying to stay positive and show you what you should focus on rather than the negatives in the horse world. Also, if you start posting negative things, people get really mad. And I do what I do no matter what people say, but I don't want to make people unnecessarily angry with me. Like if they disagree with my training techniques because they want to use bigger bits, big shoes, other things like that, like that's fine. They can do their thing, but I don't want to bash the horse industry and get views for it. So that's off topic, but whatever. Let's see. Sophie says, thanks. I will send some video. So, okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If this video is helpful for you learning the gait, if you could share this, that helps other people see the video. We get new viewers every time we do this when you share it, and it helps educate people in the gaited horse world. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Have a great day. You got this. I mean that. Yes, you got this.